Carol. Welcome back to Simply Carol. Today I am going to just talk about a couple of things. I am going to make a quick menu or recipe. You know, I already cook very simple. You're not going to have to worry about stressing over no pots and pans or anything dealing with Simply Carol's meals because it is very simple. Hold on just one moment. I am going to take something out of the oven. That was some leftover greens that I had, and I wanted to go ahead on and take that out. I am going to put this on, I have a piece of sockeye salmon in the oven on a grill pan that I am going to grill and let it brown just a little bit, but I got to stay very close to it because I don't want it to dry out. I am making some white potatoes, mashed white potatoes and parsnip. I love parsnips. It's that sweet, punchy taste. I love it. And I am going, for the first time, I am going to mix the two together because I'm always in here creating something. And we're going to find out together exactly how it tastes. I have already boiled everything, and I think I want to keep the outside peeling on this time so that it would be able to give me that rustic taste, okay? Let me pour it in the container and drain it. I did not put any salt in it as I was cooking. I've been learning a couple of things about the use of our salt. Did you know that sometimes, hold on, let me see. Right quick. Did you know that some of our salts are supposed to be used after the meal? Is called a finishing salt, and some of it we use it to cook with. And the only one that I have found that we are supposed to cook with is our regular Morton salt that the iodine salt. We can use that salt and put it in our pots and pans and boil along with our food. The rest of the salts that I have found are delicate salts. They are salts that we use after we prepare our dishes. Just a pinch of salt. Okay, this is my white potatoes, russet potatoes, and parsnip. I'm going to put it in the bowl. Look like I may need to get a larger bowl. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to get a larger bowl. Let me turn you around just a little bit. Oh, maybe I need to go turn the TV off down as well. Hold on another second. Okay, I got that underway. You know, sometimes I can get started and forget all about what's going on around me because I am so much into what I am doing. I am going to take the salmon out before it dry out because it's nothing worse than a piece of dried out fish. Ah, come on here. Ooh. Let me get to. Cast iron is good to cook in, but it is very difficult to handle cast iron with one hand. Okay. So, here is the parsnip and the potatoes. I am going to put it in the bowl. Oh, listen to that. You okay? Forgive me. It got a whiff of the smoke that's going on. Let me see. Can I put that out just a little bit? Oh, it already stopped. All right. Thank you. Because sometimes that can get pretty loud. Okay. This is truffle salt. This is truffle salt right here. And it is just what they call McCormick. It's by McCormick. It's truffle salt. It's a little pricey, but I want to give it a try to be able to put on my foods, okay? So if you're looking for it, I will put it in the description. It's Truffle Salt. I got it from the grocery store. Yes, I am beginning to try to experiment about different, let's put just a little pinch of salt there. And I do not, as you know, use butter. So therefore, I am going to use what I always use in place of butter. This is a coconut oil with a non-dairy butter flavor. So I am going to start out with a heaping teaspoonful with that. Excuse the noise that I'm making, but I want to make sure that I get it off. Let me use my finger. No one is eating this but me, so I can use my fingers. And I don't use too much dairy, but I am using a non-dairy creamer, which is hemp. It's so you can use it with coffee, or you can use it with your teas or whatever. I am going to use it instead today in my mashed potatoes and parsnip. Just going to put just a little because I don't want it. Ooh, I spilled it. I don't want to make it too loose. Don't want my potatoes too coarse, but I don't want it what you call creamy. I want just a rustic texture to it, and I think that would do it right there. There we go. Let me wipe this milk up that I spilled. And let's talk a little bit about other salts I've been trying out. That was the truffle salt that gives you that flavor of truffle. You know, truffle salts truffles are good, expensive items that it gives you that pungent, earthy taste. And I found the salt that included truffle in it as well. We know about sea salt. So what I'm sharing with you all of this is because of the fact that we need iodine salt, but when we say we want to stay away from salt, iodine salts is one of the most harsh types of sodium when it comes to restricting our arteries and causing our blood pressure to go up. So therefore, I am trying to find different salts to help learn about myself and help introduce you to, so that we can fight against different things, but we also want to hold on to the flavor of our food. Truffle salt is a finishing salt. You just put just a dab of truffle salt on your food after it had cooked. Sea salt, I see a lot of people use sea salt on their foods before they cook it. From what I gathered and what I read, sea salt also can be a finishing salt as well. When our parents said, do not put salt, don't put no raw salt on your food or whatever, they was correct when they was telling us, because back when I was growing up, back in the day, the only types of salt that we was using in our homes were iodine salt, and that can be harsh on you when it comes to your blood pressures. Another type of salt that I am getting into is Fleur. It's a French salt. This salt is French, so it's truffle salt, and that is another finishing salt. After you finish using your cooking your meal, you're ready to serve it, you can sprinkle just a little of this salt on as well. It has a different taste to it. Actually, it comes off a pond. I read in research that it comes off a pond and they just scrape the top of the salt off the pond, and it only be manufactured or harvested from June to September. So this is the time of the year that you would be able to find this salt at its best. All right, let me turn around here. As I'm continually talk, I am going to go ahead on and plate my meal. I put the fish on the grill with the skin side down so that it will help balance or keep it from drying out too much on the other side. The skin helps it keep you from having to dry the fish out. So I am going to put that on the plate. I have put some Lawry's Hawaiian marinade up top of it after it had cooked a while, and I put some peppercorn pepper on it to give it somewhat of a peppery taste, as well as Lawry's Hawaiian flavor marinade. Let me see. Good. I like that. I did not put any salt on it because Lawry's carrot salt, we'll learn that some foods we can skip from putting salt on it because of the fact that our seasonings and things have salt on it sometimes. Okay. I am going to have some leftover greens, which I had showed you when I did my shopping haul, that I had some Italian kale. So I still had some of that left over. You know how we do. We got to go through that refrigerator every now and then and make sure that we use up all our food. And I started to get fancy, but I was asked one time, who do you think is going to take all that much time in making their plate fancy? I do. It doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a matter of effort that you want to be creative. You want your food to have appeal, so you go with it like that. I know you never see me really taste anything, but today I am tasting. Is that an indication that Carolyn may be hungry? It may be. Well, getting back to salt, another type of salt that I have incorporated into my meal, and it's not going to be in a container because it came in a plastic bag, and it's powdered. It's powdered, and let me explain the reason why it's powdered. It comes from a volcano. This salt is full of sulfur, and it is a powder that comes from a volcano in order for us to get that salty flavor, and it has a pungent, it has a pungent odor. You can taste a little bit of the pungent sulfur taste, but it flavors your food. It is good for a lot of other things when it comes to our body. As a matter of fact, it's good for your blood pressure. It doesn't fight against your blood pressure, and it's supposed to be a salt that has a lot of health benefits. So I got this from a Middle Eastern store, and I've seen a couple of other ones online, but I got this from a Middle Eastern store. It doesn't cost much, but it carries a lot of health benefit properties. Okay, so now I have my greens on the plate, and I am going to plate my mashed potatoes and parsnips. Now, I am piling it on, but there again, listen people, you know about how much that you want to eat. You don't necessarily have to eat the amount that I eat, because I'm just doing this plate right now, and I'm not going to eat that much of it myself. Mmm, that tastes good. I love it. I didn't make any gravy to go with it, but I tell you what, I may just put just a little bit more of this coconut butter, because you know how we are. We like to see something melting on our food to make us realize thinking that we have butter. If you still eat butter, that's good. But as for me, I do not eat it. I don't like to incorporate it in my diet at all. So to my people that say that I make things a little bit too fancy and nobody ain't got no time for that, this is a simple meal with no fancy stuff. It's just mashed potatoes, parsnips. You can add some butter, margarine if you want, but I use coconut oil with the taste of butter. Some Italian kale that was cooked in just better than bouillon, and the salmon that is marinated in Hawaiian marinade with peppercorn, cracked peppercorn. Put it in the oven or cook it on the grill. You will find that it's very tasty. I already know because I pinched me a little bit off. It's good, but season it to your taste. This is a meal that is healthy. This is a meal that you can eat part of it or you can keep all of it. If you're not fighting against diabetes, maybe you can have this whole serving of parsnips and potatoes. Parsnips are low glycemic index. Potatoes are not that bad as well. Eat it in a portion size of moderation. Salmon is good, full of omega-3s, your protein, your potassium, your other vitamins and vitamin D and vitamin C, and all those other vitamins are in this meal. So you're going to get to enjoy a healthy meal on this afternoon or whenever you decide to cook it. Okay, I have a couple of more salts that I want to show, and this I have not used it yet, but I plan to. This is violet salt. It's sort of like a violet, as in purple, as in lavender. This salt is somewhat like a pink Himalayan salt, but it has a purple tint. Yes, you can use it on your foods. It has a floral taste to it, and this came in a grinder. I did pick this up at TJ Maxx for $4.99, and give it a try. It's a finishing salt. It's a salt that you're going to find that is going to give I have tasted a little of the salt, but there again, we always use our salt in moderation, regardless to what type of salt it is. Here is another salt. It is Mediterranean sea salt. Okay, this is another one that came from TJ Maxx, $4.99, and it is another good salt that you can use. Oh, and when it comes to the truffle salt, for this bottle right here, this bottle of truffle salt, $8.99. Maybe you can find it cheaper. And this Fleur de Sel French salt is $8.99. Yes, it does come a little pricey. Matter of fact, one of them I got on sale for $5.99. And so you'll probably pay about $14 if you find it on sale for both of these different types of salts. And when it comes to the black salt, I got this black salt from Middle Eastern store. I found out that most of their seasonings are better than the seasonings that we get in our other stores, American stores, but they carry a different variety of different things. And it didn't cost me no more, not $2 and two something, not $3. But anyway, these salts gonna last me a long time. I'm not even worried about it. I don't even buy salts that much, but I like to experiment. Anything that's different, whatever is new, I say to you, every day is a learning experience. If we're gonna, we have the opportunity, I always say when we wake up in the morning, we have two choices. We're going to either learn something new or we're going to teach something new. But if by chance we happen to teach something new and to learn something new before we go to bed at night, then we are truly blessed and we are fulfilling our purpose. I feel that that's our purpose here in life, is to learn from one another and to teach one another. So have a blessed day. Continue to eat healthy. Make sure you click like, subscribe. Please leave me a beautiful comment. Ask any questions that you would like to ask, and please share. Thank you, and have a blessed day, and continue to live with purpose. Live healthy.